Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. And tonight, we start the number one contenders tag team tournament tonight to figure out who at Clash at the Castle will facing the Raw tag team champions of Imperium. As well as tonight, Bray Wyatt takes on Xavier Woods, as well as Drew McIntyre is in action, and so is Kevin Owens, here live in Canada. And now we're going to kick us off with the first round of that Raw Tag Team number one contenders tournament. The first round matches start tonight as it's going to be Alpha Academy, Otis and Chad Gable taking on the Wyatt family's Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. Later on tonight, we have another tag team match in the first round. It's going to be The Way of Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis taking on Cesaro and Dominic Dijakovic. Be good first round matchups for this week, and then coming up next week we'll finish up the second rounds to kind of see how the semifinals will be turning up and everything like that. Very curious to see how everything's going to be turning out wise tonight, because obviously the winners of these matches will advance to the semifinals. As now here comes Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black. We'll see how they're going to fare in tag team action together as they take on Otis and Chad Gable here. Chad Gable and Otis, they're on SmackDown. We're not too bad as a tag team, more with Cruise Control with Buddy Murphy, of anybody, and Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews kicked Buddy Murphy out, and eventually Murphy would be scouted and eventually turned in to a Wyatt family member. He was cornered in the parking lot, if you guys remember correctly, and turned into a Wyatt family member. I don't know how the charm of Bray Wyatt worked, but he was able to take him under his wing as well, so the Wyatt family only continue to grow. We'll kind of wait and see how the future is going to be holding for all these superstars. Aleister Black was one of those members there at SummerSlam, that being Bray Wyatt defeating Aleister Black would join Bray Wyatt, and then that's when Bray Wyatt would kind of go on a hiatus with Aleister Black, and then eventually make his way back. So we'll see how this Wyatt family is going to be going from not just now, but to Clash at the Castle, which we'll get you guys some more news on. We are having that card kind of eventually starting to come out. Eventually, here in the coming weeks, we'll kind of figure out who will be taking on Imperium for those Raw Tag Team Championships. Could it be one of these tag teams right here? I wouldn't mind the Wyatt family taking on Imperium. That would be one hard-hitting matchup for sure. And same with Chad Gable and Otis. I would love to see that. Especially Chad Gable and Otis, that wrestling background. But, time will tell. As referee rings that bell early on here. Here we can start off with Chad Gable and Murphy. Not so much potential with these two going at it in the middle of this ring. This honestly is a pretty good way to kick us off here on Monday Night Raw. Good tag team matchup. Like I mentioned later on tonight, The Way will be taking on Cesaro and Dominic Dijakovic. And if you guys saw last week what Dominic Dijakovic did to Dominic Mysterio, as well as Rey Mysterio, was just absolutely sick. If you guys did not watch it, we saw Cesaro and Dominic Mysterio go one-on-one. Dominic Mysterio would defeat Cesaro, and Dominic Dijakovic just beat the living snot out of Rey Mysterio and beat the living crap out of Dominic Mysterio. Rey and Dominic just had no chance against Dijakovic. But on to other news tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Your Raw Women's Champion is here tonight. She'll be in action taking on a former Women's Tag Team Champion, that being Natalya. Also, your $1 Million Champion Kevin Owens. He is in action, and he'll be taking on Dolph Ziggler. And Drew McIntyre, the number one contender to that championship, will be taking on Mr. Happy Corbin, that being Baron Corbin. As Chad Gable all fired up here right now in Canada, trying to get this Canadian crowd all behind him. As Murphy, able to catch him there at the last second. As Gable being busted wide open right there in the middle of his two eyes right there. Guess you could call it just above his nose, I suppose. And I don't know if he got a busted lip too, or if it's more the blood just dripping to his lip. But nonetheless, that's very, very I don't know, crucial point in this matchup, I guess you could say, because too much damage to the face, it could end up being an easier win, possibly, for Alpha Academy. As here we go with that arm bar submission hold here. Obviously, up to a 5 count, could have a disqualification if he were to take that long. And now Buddy Murphy going to go for the suplex. No, brain buster into the pinfall. Nice combination there, but not able to get that 3 count. And just like that, here comes the big man Otis getting tagged into the ring. And now Buddy Murphy can maybe look for a tag here, possibly. Oh no, he's going to continue to go after the big man Otis. I don't blame him. He's been doing good by himself so far. Doesn't need any help. Let's look at the strength and power of Buddy Murphy. Able to just make that look so easy to do that. One-armed. It looked like one arm at that time, but just able to hold a big man like that. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world. But Buddy Murphy definitely made it look easy. As here we go, pinfall opportunity. Can Buddy Murphy advance? No. Still got plenty more to go in this tag team matchup tonight, where the winner will advance to the semifinals. And just in a couple weeks' time, we'll find out who will be going to the finals and eventually become the new #1 contender for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Pinfall. Strong kick out at 2.5. And out of, obviously Otis and Chad Gable, Otis the freshest man of the group, but it may not too much longer before Otis may be knocked out. Black Mass or, anything else that they can think of. As now the big man Otis going to go to work. Oh my goodness. That back of the neck being dropped awkwardly on his head there. And now it's time for Chad Gable, the Olympian, to go to work here. Oh, nice flipping, or not flipping, but a cross-body attack. And now the strength and power of Chad Gable to grab a man from the mat and just pick him up that fast and suplex him. That's just the athleticism that comes out of Chad Gable every single week. Crowd is absolutely going nuts for Alpha Academy at the moment. Can they keep it up here? Oh, look at Gable going to work on this left arm. Gable could set up in a submission if he does too much damage to those arms. So those big clubbing blows now. Aleister Black, though, he noticing that Chad Gable's going to the wall too many times. But there's that wrestling background that comes from Chad Gable. Look at Gable. He's just trying to fire himself up, trying to figure out what he needs to do here. But he may be, yes, he is taking way too much time trying to get the crowd behind him. And now Murphy got tagged in, but Chad Gable way too much. But now Murphy, Buddy Murphy now. Can the best kept secret, Buddy Murphy, put away Chad Gable? Uh-oh. Oh, this ain't good. This ain't good for Chad Gable. Oh my goodness, a suplex on the hardest part of the ring. But talking about big time matches, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a matchup that does have a stipulation to it as well later on tonight, and that is in the women's tag team division. Tonight, Zelina Vega will be taking on Dakota Kai of Damage Control, and if Dakota Kai is able to defeat Zelina Vega, the team of Damage Control will challenge for the for the women's tag team championships here in the new future, and they will be named the new #1 contender on the Raw side of things. Yes, they do defend on both shows, Raw and SmackDown, and that means Damage Control would be next in line, depending if Carmella and Zelina Vega were to win their championships, retain their championships at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. Here we go, pinfall opportunity with the hook of the leg. Strong kick out though. Chad Gable has to dig down deep right now. That's what I'm talking about, the release suplex from Chad Gable. Very impressive. Chad Gable continues to be here. And now Murphy fighting out of it. Figures that Chad Gable has some bad intentions for him. Uh-oh. Roll through. Gonna go for the pinfall? No, he's not. One-handed power bomb. Will that be it? 2. No, Chad Gable able to kick out. How much more is left in Chad Gable? Very, very close. Barely staying in this matchup at the moment. Yes, here comes Aleister Black. I don't think this is what Chad Gable wants, but hey, there you go, flying cross body. gets himself in this matchup a little bit longer. Strong kick out though from Aleister. And now Gable going to toss Buddy Murphy outside here, but Aleister Black release back suplex. And just like that, once you focus on one member of the Wyatt family, the other one is able to capitalize. Going for that Pele kick, Aleister Black picked the right time to be able to block there. It's a beautiful opening contest, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are putting it all on the line to reach that second round, the semifinals. And now Gable, what does he have to do? Well, I guess he's going to decide to go for a tag. We'll see if he comes back to this point in the matchup and saying, oh, hey, I should have continued to stay on him. Big clothesline turning Aleister Black inside out. Otis starting to fire up here. Otis now. Oh, my goodness. The big man with a splash in the corner. No, no. This is not what Aleister Black wants. Are we going to see a worm here? Uh-oh. Aleister Black. Oh, the big splash, the big elbow on the midsection. Is that worm going to be it? 2, 3 it is. Alpha Academy advances to the semifinals of the tag team tournament with a massive win over the Wyatt family's Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. There for a little bit, I thought maybe Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy might be advancing, but that's comes to show how good Chad Gable and Otis are in the ring. They may not necessarily look like the, top stars type of thing, but it's all about opportunities. And that's what Alpha Academy will be bringing to the table. And look at this, the finish of the matchup right here. Bam, that big elbow, that big splash, leading to your finale of the matchup. Chad Gable and Otis. And all for the win. Chad Gable can easily get that cleaned up. But a big win tonight for Alpha Academy. And we'll see later on tonight who they will be facing in the semifinals. We are back for some more action here tonight, and it's time to get ourselves into the women's division. And tonight, it is a big-time matchup. It is a singles matchup. But if Damage Control's Dakota Kai can defeat Zelina Vega in a one-on-one contest, that will make them the new #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles. And coming up for Carmella and Zelina Vega in a couple weeks' time at Vengeance Day, they will be defending their women's tag team championships against Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart, former women's tag team champions in their own right. And Dakota Kai and Io Shirai have been very good as a tag team over this last month, almost 2 months, if not a little bit more than that. But they've worked quite well together. We're going to see how they're going to be faring. Last week, we saw a matchup with Carmella and Io Shirai, and Io Shirai was able to knock off Carmella. So we'll see how Zelina Vega will be faring tonight. So, Vega transitioning from a manager's role to being a women's tag team champion. There's no better feeling than, being a person that, not just works behind for somebody or a superstar, to becoming that superstar and eventually realizing your dream is becoming a champion. Obviously, it's everybody's dream to go to WWE and become world champion. If you don't believe you're going to be world champion, then you shouldn't be in the business whatsoever. You want to be the top guy or top woman, whoever you are, in the company. But right now, it's one step at a time. Carmella is a former world champion here on SmackDown at that time. Zelina Vega, first championship she's ever won here in Universe Mode. So we'll see if she can kind of continue to build off that. As here we go. Referee ringing that bell. Dakota Kai, Zelina Vega. Big stipulation here. Dakota Kai and Io Shirai will be next in line for those women's tag team championships only if Dakota Kai defeats Zelina Vega here tonight. We'll see if there's any shenanigans going down in this matchup. Uh-oh, Zelina Vega maybe looking to put this match away early. Zelina Vega, frog splash. Down goes Dakota Kai. Is that it? No, still way too early. But imagine, it was a big opportunity though. It's a big elbow. Zelina Vega's doing quite well. I know it's still early on, plenty of stuff can happen, but Zelina Vega's staying right on Dakota Kai, not letting her breathe whatsoever. and she's staying right on her. She's coming out here with a brilliant game plan, if I say so myself. And uh-oh, big stomp to the midsection there of Zelina Vega. Now this is what Dakota Kai needs to do. Get some momentum back right now. You started off slow, slowly but surely climb yourself back into this matchup. You don't have to do the biggest moves of all time to put away your opponent. The smallest maneuvers can do that for you. And that's against anybody. If you drop them on their neck on a bad way, unfortunately, I'm not saying do that, but you know, it's like the smallest of maneuvers can put away your opponent. We've seen plenty of backbreakers, suplexes over the years that have been able to put away their opponents. It's now Dakota Kai with an impressive kick. Ooh, and another one. Look at Dakota. Oh my God. What an impressive kick there now. Look at this is what we're talking about, some shenanigans. Carmella getting involved here, trying to obviously help her tag team partner Zelina Vega. And down goes Dakota Kai. Can Zelina Vega keep up this momentum that she currently has due to the interference by Carmella? I mean, that's what Carmella brings to the table, ladies and gentlemen. Carmella, one of the best that we've seen here in some time, especially not just in this tag team division, but, you know, just here in general. She can bring a lot to the table. And you can't, you know, take anything away from being in the women's tag team division, because there's plenty of opportunity to grow. And if, you know, if there's too many of you know, of one group, you could say, where the women's division is very stacked, there's nothing wrong with going to the tag team division. If you become a champion in there, you know, you earn yourself more money, obviously more fame too. There's also, look at Zelina Vega putting it all on the line tonight. And I'll look at Zelina Vega rubbing it in Dakota Kai's face. This is where one of those things that you cannot, you know, put it past Zelina Vega to pick up a big win tonight. Yes, Zelina Vega does not have the experience, you could say, as Dakota Kai has, but, you know, anything is possible here. Right place, right time. Look at Dakota Kai. She's like, I can take my time. I don't need to do anything right now. But obviously, Dakota Kai needs to get in the ring if she wants an opportunity for the tag team titles in the near future. As Dakota Kai has, oh my goodness, a kick to the side of the head there. Will that be enough? 1, 2, 3, it is. And just like that, Damage Control has earned themselves an opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championships. The question is when that will be. Will that be after Judgment Day? Will it be here next week? You know, we will get some more news on that when Zelina Vega and Carmella will defend against Damage Control's Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. Big time opportunity will be on the line for those Women's Tag Team Championships. It's again Damage Control continuing to dominate this last couple months, man. Continue to impress. I cannot wait to see what your Raw General Manager Shane McMahon has to decide when it comes to the Women's Tag Team Championships. And wait a minute, we're backstage. Buddy Murphy taking out Kofi Kingston of the New Day here. I mean, we know that the Wyatt family just lost, but the frustration definitely has to be brewing. But obviously, there's a little bit more to this. Obviously, with, oh my goodness, Murphy Law laying out Kofi. And now here comes Big E. Big E gonna go help his friend out here. Oh my God. Kendo stick to the head. Oh my God. Big E's just taking it right now. Dome after dome. How many kendo shots can this man take? Especially right to the temple. This man is just getting beaten in half with his kendo stick. Oh no. He's telling Big E to get up to his feet. Oh no. Black Mass from Aleister Black. And just like that, 2/3 of the New Day have been taken out. Hopefully the injuries to the New Day will not kind of affect this main event tonight, because right now we're scheduled to have a big main event with Xavier Woods, a multi-time Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champion, taking on Bray Wyatt. And with Big E, the #1 contender, being taken out, and Kofi being taken out, it's going to leave it to could be a 3-on or a 4-on-1 situation. But time is going to tell tonight. We'll see if Big E and Kofi and Big E can accompany Xavier Woods or not. Last week we saw Kofi in action. He took on Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt won. So we'll see how Xavier Woods fares tonight. The New Day are not a part of that tag team tournament, and we were actually able to talk to Shane about that. And Shane said, hey, you know what? New Day over the years have gotten plenty of opportunities, and I wanted to give some of these new and up-and-coming tag teams the spotlight in this tournament. Nothing against the New Day. They'll definitely be able to earn their opportunities down the line for sure. But in this tag team tournament, like he just mentioned, he wants to give these other superstars a chance. And, he gave Alpha Academy a chance. They won tonight over Wyatt family. And it seems like the Wyatt family are going to take out their frustrations. Maybe there was already a planned win or loss, but, it is what it is. But now we have to focus on still the first round of the tag team tournament. This tag team match, where the winner of this matchup will go on to face Alpha Academy in the near future in the semifinals. As here comes Johnny Gargano, the former WWE champion, and you got Dexter Lumis making his way down to the ring. The last time we saw these two, there was a tag team match at Cyber Sunday, and Austin Theory and Bronson Reed were able to knock off Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis in I believe it was a tables matchup, if I remember correctly. May not be 100%, but nonetheless, it was a very, very good matchup between both teams, but they're just ultimately just too much. It was a tornado tag team match, pardon me. There was a different tables match with the women's match, but nonetheless, it was very, very good matchup between those two teams. But now we get to see who's going to be going on to advance. Seems like both teams are ready. Here we go. Cesaro and Dexter Lumis kicking us off here. Lumis saving the referee from potential injury here. As, big knee, not to the groin area, it was more to the thigh there, but still going to definitely hurt the leg no matter what. And my question is, for Cesaro, where's his head place right now? He lost to Dominic Mysterio last week in singles action. Dominic Dijakovic is the one that kind of had to, pick up the pieces for his tag team in the terms of laying out Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, and send a message to them they're not going to be a team to be messed around with. So look at Dexter Lumis trying to gouge the nose off, trying to rip his nose off. Oh my goodness. That's how dangerous Dexter Lumis is. He may not have the best win-loss record of all time, but he sure is very effective in the middle of that ring. Even if he does lose the matchup, his opponent's going to be definitely feeling the outcome of that matchup. It's going to be a hard-fought win no matter what it is for that other team. And there for the way, you got Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, Indy Hartwell, and Candice LeRae. 4 big names there in the way. Austin Theory obviously going his other way. Has his insurance policy known as Bronson Reed leading the way. Both of those guys have been running roughshod these last, I'd say maybe almost a couple months now. Have been very, very dominant. Especially last week, man. That was, or I should say at Cyber Sunday, it was absolutely brutal. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger. And especially Austin Theory had the biggest win of his career last week, defeating Seth Rollins in the main event. But there is no AJ Styles tonight, no Austin Theory tonight, no Bronson Reed, and no Seth Rollins, the United States Champion. And that is all because of Walter. Walter came out here last week and said, by the end of the night, you guys will know where my head is going to be leaning to. I'm not going towards the $1 million championship anymore. I made that championship as prestigious as I can. And by the end of the night, we will figure out what championship I'm going after. Well, we got that. First of all, we saw AJ Styles get attacked by Walter after the OC lost to Imperium. As hold on to my thought there. Big kick out from Dijakovic. But Walter took out AJ Styles earlier on in the night. As well as later on in the night, we saw Walter take out Bronson Reed Austin Theory, and Seth Rollins. So it's not going to get any better for this roster, especially for everybody challenging for that United States Championship. And later on tonight, actually, you're going to have Shane McMahon addressing that situation as well. And as well as he'll be talking about the women's tag team division, where Dakota Kai and Io Shirai will get their opportunity. But when exactly that will be, as oh, look at that submission hold. Almost like a sleeper hold of sorts, almost like an Anaconda Vice as well. Will Dijakovic have to tap out? Will the way advance in the tag team tournament? But Loomis letting go. Let's look at Loomis, though. He's just trying to cradle the head there. Dijakovic pinfall. Will this be it? 2, 3, and it is. Dijakovic lights out. Barely conscious, it seems like. I could see his eyes moving, just barely. But now, in the coming weeks, it will be the way taking on Chad Gable and Otis of Alpha Academy. That is going to be a big-time tag team matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to see where that's going to go. And next week, we'll see the other 2 tag teams going at it. You get the A-listers and the Mysterios, as well as a couple other tag teams we will mention to you here in just in the next segment here, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm being told Shane McMahon is about to make his way out here to gracious crowd here in Canada. And here we are with Shane McMahon, your Raw General Manager, making his way down to the ring. McMahon's going to be addressing some big-time things, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be anything from the Women's Tag Team Championship and many other things here, and including that United States Championship picture. A lot of people having their eyes on that championship. It's going to be becoming very, very crowded. Cannot wait to see what Shane has on his mind and what he's going to address in the women's division and men's division as we get closer and closer at Clash at the Castle in Cardiff, Wales. And we got a red-hot crowd here tonight, lively crowd here in Canada. What is up, guys? It's been a great night of action, and it's only going to get better, especially in our main event, Xavier Woods taking on Bray Wyatt one-on-one later on tonight. But you guys know why I'm out here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple things to talk about. The United States Championship picture, as well as Women's Tag Team Championships. As we all know, at Vengeance Day, coming up next week at Vengeance Day, the Women's Tag Team Championships will be on the line as Carmella and Zelina Vega take on Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. Earlier on tonight, Dakota Kai defeated Zelina Vega to earn that opportunity to become next in line for those Women's Tag Team Championships. And they're not going to wait until Clash at the Castle. They are going to get their Women's Tag Team Championship opportunity next week live here on Monday Night Raw when those Women's Tag Team Championships will be put on the line. And I can also tell in the United States Championship division is definitely heating up. I see Walter, the former $1 Million champion, has his eyes on the United States Championship, and that is currently held by Seth Rollins. Austin Theory and Seth Rollins will keep going back and forth, as well as AJ Styles. So I got a plan for all 4 of those men gunning for that United States Championship. I have a big-time match for you guys. Gonna confirm it right now. At Clash at the Castle, your United States Championship will be defended by Seth Rollins as he would defend against Austin Theory, against AJ Styles, and Walter in a fatal 4-way match for that United States Championship. Hell of a match coming your way. But obviously, that's Clash at the Castle, and tonight, Walter has to focus on the Raw debut of Ilja Dragunov. So Walter, good luck. You're definitely going to need it. But up next, Drew McIntyre, your Mr. Money in the Bank, will be taking on Happy Corbin one-on-one here next, live here on Monday Night Raw. Massive news there from your Raw General Manager. I cannot wait for next week's Women's Tag Team Championship. Damage Control takes on Carmella and Zelina Vega for those Women's Tag Team Championships. Hell of a match for Monday Night Raw next week. And now we got ourselves a fatal 4-way matchup coming up at Clash at the Castle for the United States Championship. Seth Rollins defends against AJ Styles, Austin Theory, and now Walter. How crazy is that going to be at Clash at the Castle? The pay-per-view's already going to be big as it is with Biggie and Bray Wyatt, Bianca Belair, and also you're going to see Alexa Bliss take on Bianca Belair. That's going to be one heck of a matchup, and it's it's getting absolutely crazy. And you got to even add Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre for the $1 Million Championship. How crazy is that, man? Oh my goodness, you guys are going to have one hell of a special at Clash at the Castle, and we still got to figure out who's facing Imperium for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Man, and this obviously from now all the way past Vengeance Day, we got plenty of time to figure out the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view, but it's going to be a hell of a pay-per-view for Monday Night Raw, and I can only imagine what SmackDown is going to have to offer. But here comes your Mr. Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre. He can cash in anytime he wants. He did hold on to that $1 Million Championship very briefly after winning it at Cyber Sunday over Kevin Owens. Would lose it in a triple threat match where it was Drew McIntyre defending against Kevin Owens and Walter, and Kevin Owens would go on to defeat Walter, stunning him to win that championship. And Drew McIntyre would congratulate Kevin Owens after the matchup, but he would say, hey, you didn't defeat me. So they're going to run it back, and that's going to be at Clash at the Castle, Cardiff, Wales. Going to be a sold-out venue over there, and a co-branded pay-per-view, a very first time ever event is coming our way. But tonight McIntyre has to worry about Happy Corbin here. Here we go, two big men going to war. Big clubbing blow from Drew McIntyre, and obviously Baron Corbin has his manager JBL at ringside. JBL trying to turn the career around of Happy Corbin, or Baron Corbin I should say. We'll see if that will change any time soon. Maybe if Baron Corbin would stop dressing like your local waiter at Applebee's, or or your local real estate agent, or somebody you'd see on in a very Las Vegas area type of casino, then I think maybe Baron Corbin would be fine. But until then, I don't know if JBL is going to be the man to fix his career, but time will tell for Mr. Happy Corbin. He's a very talented superstar. You don't have to like him, but this man is definitely, I don't know if you want to say one of the best here on this roster, but as a disliking a person wise, he's definitely up there with a lot of superstars. And now look at Happy Corbin looking to fly and connecting with an elbow to the lower back, and just like that, Baron Corbin with the advantage. Imagine if Baron Corbin can somehow, some way defeat Drew McIntyre tonight, how that would fare for Drew McIntyre's momentum heading into that Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. It's not what Drew McIntyre wants. Obviously, Baron Corbin would love that if that were to happen. As now, what does Corbin have in store here? Going to slowly just dissect your Mr. Money in the Bank right now. Baron Corbin actually technically was a former Mr. Money in the Bank after he defeated Finn Balor in a one-on-one matchup. Baron Corbin would go on to try to cash in that briefcase on Roman Reigns at one time and would fail. As here we go, pinfall after the Future Shock DDT. 2, 3. And just like that, Drew McIntyre has put away Happy Corbin. It wasn't the easiest match tonight for Drew McIntyre, but it only took a Future Shock DDT that you're about to see to put away Mr. Baron Corbin, and he's not walking away happy here tonight. And this is a win that Drew McIntyre definitely needed as the stock continues to climb for your Money in the Bank. When does Drew McIntyre cash in? Does he cash in anytime before Clash at the Castle? Before his big matchup against Kevin Owens? We'll have to wait and find out, as Kevin Owens is in action next against Dolph Ziggler. It is time for the show-off, Dolph Ziggler, to make his way down to the ring. Can he show off here live tonight on Monday Night Raw? Dolph Ziggler, ever since breaking up his team with Robert Roode, formerly known as the Dirty Dogs, it has not gone in the favor of Dolph Ziggler. He lost 2 straight to Robert Roode, and here on Monday Night Raw is just trying to start his career over, I guess you could try to say. And for Ziggler, it's going to have to be one step at a time. He's one talented athlete, man. He's definitely world championship material. He had one hell of a United States Championship reign years ago on SmackDown. One of the best on SmackDown at that very time. But got into the tag team division and kind of would have his ups and downs with tag teams. But just, for Dolph Ziggler, just never came to be afterwards. So if he stays in as a singles competitor for a long time, maybe that will help him out. And a big win over this man right now, the $1 Million champion, will definitely get him back into, contention for championships, I would definitely say. As there is the $1 Million champion, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens will defend that $1 Million championship against the Money in the Bank holder, that being Drew McIntyre, at Clash of the Castle in Cardiff, Wales, for the very first time ever. It is going to be one heck of a matchup coming your guys' way in Cardiff, Wales. The Raw side of things is starting to shape up really, really good, and I cannot wait to see for SmackDown how their side of the card is going to be turning up, because we've seen how the United States Championship, now the $1 Million Championship is going to be turning out. We know the Raw Women's Championship and the Tag Team Championships for the women's side. We don't know just yet for the Raw Tag Team Championships for the men's division. But let's get ready for this matchup right here, right now. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Big time matchup. A match that Kevin Owens desperately, I guess you don't need to say desperately, but he definitely needs this win to head in to the Clash of the Castle pay-per-view coming up in over a month or so, to get that championship retained around his waist. Look at Kevin Owens coming right out of the gate, coming right out of Dolph Ziggler here. And Ziggler has held that United States Championship before, so he definitely has that pedigree of having a championship and holding it for a very long time. And we'll see if Kevin Owens can hold on to that championship for a good while. He is technically a 2-time Mr. $1 Million champion. Let's look at Kevin Owens. He's trying to decide what he wants to do with Dolph Ziggler. Trying to do it on the fly here. Oh my goodness, what a brutal forearm strike there. Now Owens just going to try to systematically take down Ziggler in the corner, but Ziggler just a little bit faster in the exchange, and now he's going to try and get into the prize fighter's head here. And oh my god, connected to that brutal knee there. But there is a rope break. Referee calling it good right down the middle. That's what you'd love to see. Look at Ziggler just trash talking Kevin Owens here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Kevin Owens, beautiful reversal, spiking him on his head. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually getting some word about Xavier Woods' match later on tonight. Big E and Kofi will not be in the corner tonight. Hold on to my finishing of that announcement. Only able to get a 1 count. But Xavier Woods will be going at it alone tonight, as it will be Big E and Kofi Kingston will not be here tonight. They have been taken to your local hospital here in Canada to be looking for after some serious injuries, as Ziggler going to go for the pinfall opportunity 2. And I am not going to like the odds of Xavier Woods tonight in your main event against Bray Wyatt. You're going to have Bray Wyatt, Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, and Alexa Bliss all there. What is going to possibly go on there? It's so much potential for bad stuff for sure. Oh, super kick right on the chin. And look at Ziggler. He's all fired up. He's telling him to get back up to his feet. But if I'm Ziggler, go for the pinfall. Defeat the $1 Million champion. Climb up the rankings here on Monday Night Raw, and maybe you'll get a future shot at the championship. But we know how Dolph Ziggler is very, very over the head about himself, head over heels over himself. And look at this. He's a Kent State Hall of Famer. He's just literally just playing around with Kevin Owens at that time. Now Kevin Owens is in trouble. Uh-oh. He is telling Owens to get up to his feet. Dolph Ziggler. Zigzag. Zigzag there to Kevin Owens. Will that be enough? Will the zigzag be enough to put away Kevin Owens, the champion? Middle of that ring, nowhere to go. 2. Oh, so close to a 3 count. Ziggler cannot believe it. How much more does Ziggler have in him? Swinging neck breaker. Super kicks won't do it. Zigzags won't do it. Ziggler's going to have to dig down very deep to defeat the $1 million champion. And for Owens, he needs to figure out what he needs to do to Ziggler. What works and what doesn't work for it. Because right now, Ziggler has been all over him this whole matchup. We'll see if the hook of the leg will be enough for him here. But just a 1.5. So Owens needs to start going to work here. Perfect opportunity to do it right now. Slow down Ziggler. Start maybe working on the legs. And I mean, he's working on the right arm there. Good idea to an extent. But you got to start hitting some power maneuvers to start slowing down Dolph Ziggler, if I was him anyway. As now Owens going to toss him over the top rope, and down he goes. And that will definitely help out Kevin Owens briefly. But this is honestly a perfect opportunity for Kevin Owens to, do some powerful maneuvers outside here at ringside. But now he's going to get hit with a German suplex. That is not going to be feeling too good at all. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, your Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. She'll be in action taking on Natalya. That's going to be a good test for Bianca Belair, as she'll be taking on Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship coming up in just a month's time. As a release German suplex, folding Dolph Ziggler in half. And now look at Ziggler, able to show you off the strength and power. Pinfall opportunity. 2. Ooh. Big kick out at 2.5. And yeah, of course, the show off. He's full of himself right now. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin Owens. Sit out package pile driver. Will that be it? 2. Oh. You could literally taste it now. Kevin Owens saying, hey, that should have been a 3 count, but this is where Kevin Owens has to dig down deep. Cannot let Dolph Ziggler get in his head. There you go. Stunner. Stunner there from Kevin. Will that be it? 2. 3 it is. Hard fought win tonight for Kevin Owens, your prize fighter and your $1 million champion. What a hard-hitting bout between Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. Oh, wait a minute. Is Dolph's offering some respect? I don't know if I believe it. He actually does. And look at Kevin Owens. He's cautiously making sure he keeps his eye on Dolph Ziggler, and rightfully so. But a big win for your $1 million champion, Kevin Owens, here tonight. It is time for some women's action here tonight on Monday Night Raw, and it's going to be Natalya making her way down to the ring, taking on the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. For Natalya, kind of absence, you can definitely notice that Tamina not coming out with Natalya here tonight. Natalya going solo here tonight here in Canada, and rightfully so. She is from Canada, and obviously the Heart Dungeon, so rightfully so that Tamina is giving Natalya her moment and letting her come out here by herself. But now, talking about the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, this is going to be a big test. Natalya has been around the block for a very, very long time, and she's one of the best to ever do it in a WWE ring. That technical wrestling, the ability to not really get too injured in her whole career for the most part. So, I mean, if there's somebody you would study to be, Natalya would definitely be one of those women to look up to for sure. Natalya, Beth Phoenix, Michelle McCool, Mickie James. I could literally go on and on about so many trailblazers. Trish Stratus, Lita, Victoria, Chyna for sure. Molly Holly. You know, there's just so many women, like I mentioned, you definitely could look up to, for sure. But now you got the new generation of talent with the likes of Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and all these other women trying to step up to the plate, trying to take over and make their own future here on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Does not matter. But like I mentioned, tough test for Bianca. Can she pass this test? I mean, she's going to have even a tougher test when she takes on Alexa Bliss at Clash at the Castle. The crowd's kind of surprisingly chanting more for Bianca than Natalya. I know Natalya isn't really known for being the fan favorite over her whole career, but especially in her home country of Canada, so the crowd is more behind Bianca Belair. And that may have pissed off Natalya, but I mean, you got to keep that frustration inside. And if you're going to show it, keep it backstage. I don't know what Bianca Belair was trying to do there, but you know, we'll see if it's going to cost her. As Natalya with those brutal strikes there. Natalya coming right out of the gate, coming right after the Raw Women's Champion. And you know, whoever knows, these matches against the champions, you know, with a win, that could help you climb up the rankings a lot more than the other champions and whatnot. So you think, okay, hey, this would be a perfect opportunity for not just to pick up a win here, but climb up the rankings and then eventually get that championship opportunity. Collect win after win after win. Sometimes you don't have to do that. Sometimes you can, both with a win, can climb all the way to the top. It just depends on the scenario. But it sure as hell is not going to be easy. Starting from the bottom and getting all the way to the top is one hard thing to do. And Bianca Belair is one of those women that you could definitely say started from the bottom and is now she's all the way on the top of the mountain. But the thing is, it's easier climbing up that mountain than staying on top of that mountain. So, you know, for Bianca Belair, she's going to have that tough test. She retained her first time ever matchup against Bayley and Charlotte Flair after she cashed in the night after WrestleMania. So, I mean, Bianca Belair has had some tough tests, for sure. So she's early on in her career, she's been tested. But if she wants to be known as a mainstay here on WWE, and especially here on Monday Night Raw, she's needing to, you know, continuously pick up these big wins. Oh, look at that. That standing shooting star press there from Bianca Belair, making that look easy. Is that it? Oh, so close. I honestly was ready to call it. I honestly thought that was going to be it. But now, uh-oh. High risk, high reward situation for Bianca. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Was that going to be it? 2. Oh, Natalya somehow. Somebody kicking out. I believe they would call it a 450 if I'm doing my moves correctly. But nonetheless, that high risk maneuver was able to get all of it. But somehow, some way, Natalya keeps herself in this matchup. Oh my God. Being military press slam. That's the strength and power being showcased here by Bianca Belair. One of the best here on Monday Night Raw, and she is proving it to everyone here tonight. Like I said before, Natalya is not a woman you got to take lightly. Multi-time women's tag team champion. 2, 3. But Bianca Belair able to reach down deep tonight and send a message to Alexa Bliss. What a back and forth matchup. Bianca Belair was able to slow it down after Natalya came out quite hot early on tonight. But slowly but surely, your Raw Women's Champion was able to slow her down. And this time, big time maneuver right there, leading to eventually Bianca Belair picking up that 1, 2, 3. Who do you think's going to win and walk out with that Raw Women's Championship at Clash at the Castle? Will Bianca Belair be able to retain, or will the darkness overflow the Raw Women's division and that go to Alexa Bliss? Now, you guys literally might get one of the hardest hitting matches in Raw history. That's saying something. We've had quite a bit of big time matches, but both of these men coming from NXT to the main roster. Walter has dominated Monday Night Raw. And now we'll see if Ilja Dragunov can do the exact same damn thing. This is his Raw debut. Ilja Dragunov kind of towards the end of his NXT run kind of struggled, you could definitely say, but with a new land and that being Monday Night Raw, I think Ilja Dragunov can definitely flourish. But unfortunately for his Raw debut, he's got to take on the man that is gunning for now the United States Championship, but had the longest reigning $1 million championship reign in Monday Night Raw history and in all of WWE history, that being Walter. But Ilja Dragunov is not going to be backing down from a fight. As ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-main event of the evening. Ilja Dragunov versus Walter. And now your main event coming up after this one is going to be Xavier Woods going to try to survive Bray Wyatt in your main event of the evening. Big E and Kofi Kingston being taken out earlier on tonight by the Wyatt family, frustrated after losing. Like I mentioned before, I don't know if that was the game plan of the Wyatt family to take out the New Day. Bray Wyatt mentioned it before weeks ago that if Big E decided to go after him, that the whole New Day would pay, and certainly so. They are being taken out at this moment. As now here comes the former $1 million champion and the man challenging for the United States Championship at Clash at the Castle. He's the ring general. His name is Walter. That ring is sacred for Walter, and unfortunately for him, Kevin Owens had his number there at Cyber Sunday, as well as the next night on Monday Night Raw. And hopefully for Imperium, they were watching in the back, because we now know the first round matches, how half of them went, but next week we're going to figure out the other tag team matches. As next week here, live on Raw, you're going to see the team of Jeff Hardy and Cameron Grimes team up to take on Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows of the club. And also the other tag team matches, the A-listers, Logan Paul and The Miz, taking on Rey Mysterio and Dominic of the Mysterios. And I cannot wait to see how that's going to be faring, man. It's going to be an awesome week next week. We have a total of 8 shows coming up for you left here in this 2K22, 2 more Raws, 2 more NXTs, and 2 more SmackDowns, and then we have NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day, as well as Vengeance Day, for the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. I cannot wait to see how everything's going to turn up, I should say. It's gonna be great. But now we have to focus on the now. We'll get to the future here very, very soon. But here we go. Walter versus Ilja Dragunov. Referee rings that bell. Going to be one of the hardest hitting matchups, I think, possibly, if these guys give each other time. But we know how Walter is. He dominated last week. Takes out AJ Styles. He takes out Bronson Reed. He takes down Austin Theory. He takes down Seth Rollins. Walter made a statement last week, and his intentions were obviously known. So it's going to be a fatal 4-way for the United States Championship. Walter takes on Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, and AJ Styles. This is going to be one of the best matches on that whole card. And that's saying something. Oh my goodness, those hard chops right in the chest there of Ilja Dragunov. As Dragunov being thrown all over this ring at the moment. Look at Dragunov. He's trying to get himself back in this matchup slowly but surely. Dragunov telling him to get up to his feet. He's all fired up. Ilja Dragunov, one of these young superstars with something to prove. Definitely has a lot to bring to the table, and I definitely see him being a champion in the near future. It may take a while, but I think Ilja Dragunov will definitely be a bright spot here on Monday Night Raw. So Walter going to drag Dragunov into the middle of the ring. They'll go for the pinfall here early on, but a strong kick out at 1. As wait, Walter looking to put away this match early. Brutal powerbomb early. And now he's looking to put this match away early on here. After that brutal powerbomb, he's going to toss him in the corner. Uh-oh. What does he have in store here? Wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. We saw this last week from Walter. Oh, my God. If he hits this is game over. Walter, oh, my God. Power bombing him halfway across the ring. If Ilja Dragunov kicks out, I will be surprised. 2, 3. Walter sending a message. And that gets him right back on track. I thought maybe Ilja Dragunov would put up a bigger fight tonight, but Walter is just in a mood as of late. He took out AJ Styles, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Seth Rollins all last week, and now a destroying of Ilja Dragunov tonight. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, Ilja Dragunov. Sorry that your first match had to be against Walter, but it is what it is. What a destroying powerbomb. Look at this, another view. Man, what a powerbomb from the top rope, from the skies. And he was able to get that 3 count, man. Holy crap. What a win for Walter. And he's definitely going to be the favorite to walk out with that United States Championship coming up in a month's time at the pay-per-view known as Clash at the Castle. It is time for your main event of the evening. And obviously, if you guys haven't been tuning in tonight's episode so far, Xavier Woods is going to be taking on Bray Wyatt, and normally Big E and Kofi Kingston would be alongside. It'd be a big old party. But earlier on tonight, Big E and Kofi Kingston were devastated backstage by the attack of the Wyatt family. Buddy Murphy took out Kofi, and Aleister Black took out Big E. And now Xavier Woods is going to have to go at it 4-on-1 here. And with Alexa Bliss at ringside here, I would not be surprised if, we have a takeover of Xavier Woods. I could see something definitely going wrong. Big E and Kofi Kingston are still at the local hospital here live in Canada, still being tested. Hopefully they'll just have some bruising, some other stuff that they'll be here on Monday Night Raw next week. But these attacks earlier on tonight was, I'd love to know if that was still part of the plan or what was going on. But there's there's Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, Bray Wyatt, and Alexa Bliss. Unfortunately for the Wyatt family, they were not able to advance to the second round in the tag team tournament. But Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy got some help in the terms of helping out Bray Wyatt earlier on tonight by attacking Big E and bringing him down a peg. Obviously, Big E's going to have plenty of time to recover. But for Xavier Woods, I don't know if necessarily he's going to be able to recover after what we're about to see here next. Xavier Woods versus Bray Wyatt, live here on Raw. Referee ringing that bell. Big time matchup for your Universal Champion. Power of positivity against the darkness known as the Wyatt family. The New Day and the Wyatt family have no loss between each other. Especially when Eric Rowan, Luke Harper back in the day with the Wyatt family. Kofi and Xavier were tag team champions, and back and forth they'd go. And especially Eric Rowan and Luke Harper when they were part of the Bludgeon Brothers. I mean, there was so much going on. And, there's two of the best tag teams that we've had here in Universe Mode history. Bludgeon Brothers / Wyatt family and the New Day. It's just absolutely crazy what kind of clinics these tag teams did. So Xavier Woods and Bray Wyatt definitely know each other for sure. Even if it happens not to be against each other per se, they definitely know what each one brings to the table. As Xavier Woods working on that head and neck area. Not a place you want to be if you're Bray Wyatt. Xavier Woods all fired up right now, and he's really pissed off what happened to his brothers earlier on tonight. So obviously he wants to get some revenge tonight. Bray Wyatt's executing his order, presumably. And it's not going to get any better here. Ooh, big leg drop there from Xavier. Pinfall. 1, 2. Ooh, 2.5. Now Xavier Woods going to hit the sprinkler right now on Bray Wyatt. Probably not the best idea, but your choice is yours. I don't know how much more damage Bray Wyatt can take in this matchup here. Oh, here you go. Big kick to the midsection. Slowly but surely. One move slowly at a time. Universal Champion could get himself back in this matchup. Oh, big senton. Right there on the ribs. And now this is not what Woods wants right now. The big man going to town here. Uh-oh. Bray Wyatt going to that place. I thought maybe for a second he might be trying to go for Sister Abigail, but he's going to decide to go against it at the very moment. It's a springboard going for the leg drop. Misses it. Bray Wyatt's opportunity now. Here we go. You're at Nagi. He got all of that. Pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, so close. And Bray Wyatt. You could literally say, how in the heck did he not get that? No. Bray Wyatt. What is he thinking? Uh-oh. Sister Abigail. He got it. Is that it? 1, 2, 3 it is. Bray Wyatt picks up the win over Xavier Woods here tonight, live on Raw in your main event. A good back and forth matchup. Bray Wyatt was just way too much for Xavier Woods tonight. There for a little bit, I thought Xavier Woods was going to be able to win, but right now, the beginning of the end, that Uranagi, another Uranagi paper view right there. And now the replay. But there is Bray Wyatt, ladies and gentlemen, your Universal Champion, laying out Xavier Woods to end Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt still taunting Xavier Woods. But Xavier Woods trying to cancel it out, using that power of positivity. But now, here comes Bray Wyatt for more. Coming right after Xavier Woods. Oh my God. It is not going to get any better for Xavier. Oh God, oh God. Oh my God. Bray Wyatt not playing around here. If I'm the referee, I got to do something. Call more security. Call some superstars from the back because this is just horrific. Oh my God. Sister Abigail from Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt saying he's the eater of worlds, and I am not going to say he is not. I do not want to eat the wrath of what Xavier Woods is eating right here, right now, here to end Monday Night Raw. And what the hell is Bray Wyatt doing to Xavier Woods? Uh-oh. The end is near for Xavier Woods. No one here tonight to back him up. Sister Abigail to Xavier Woods. And now what in the hell is Bray Wyatt going to do now? He's already done enough. I hate to even piss him off even more, honestly. Oh, God. Oh, no. This ain't good. Oh, my God. No, 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 no. Oh, my God. Throwing him off the stage. Oh, my God. Bray Wyatt doing excessive damage to Xavier Woods tonight to end Monday Night Raw. Oh, my God. Bray Wyatt is not done yet. I thought it was going to be over. But Bray Wyatt just continuing to inflict damage. This is not what I would expect here. But I guess when it is Bray Wyatt, I guess you have to expect the unexpected. Oh my goodness. Right into that as well. Oh my God. Not again. Not again. Come on, Bray. You've already done enough, Bray. You've already done enough. Oh my God, man. Crowd saying Bray's gonna kill you, and no crap. Bray Wyatt decimating Xavier Woods. And if you thought the New Day had a chance at all, Clash at the Castle, Big E has no chance in hell. Good luck, Big E. You're gonna need it.